I know the title is like, I just want to be normal. But what is normal? I mean, is that what we aspire to be when we're younger, and as we get older, we just want to be normal? I've never been normal, or society's perception of being normal. And I'm okay with that. But now, it's a whole different type of normal that I want to be. And I guess it's my brain, like, kind of mourning the fact that I can't eat what I used to be able to eat. I found myself now when I eat not wanting that full satisfaction. Is just, I guess that I can't explain it. When I eat, I don't feel satisfied as in full. I don't feel satisfied with the taste of the food. I don't feel satisfied with anything. It's just mush coming into my mouth, basically, and me concentrating on chewing it up and swallowing. Chicken has all started to taste the same, but it's the only thing that makes my stomach happy, because if I eat a lot of red meat or anything else, it feels very heavy on my stomach, and I don't like the feeling. So I try to stick to chicken a lot. But after a while, you get bored of it. I find myself just thinking in my head, because my boyfriend mentioned something the other day, and he mentioned that he kind of said that I could eat as much as him, which is impossible. I measure and I can eat about 6 ounces now, almost 7 if I try. And your pouch is supposed to be anywhere from 2 to 8 ounces of food. So I haven't overstretched my pouch yet, and hopefully it won't get to that. But I noticed that I have been eating a little bit more, and I am at my, 9-month mark now? Almost 9 months. So, of course, my pouch is going to stretch. But my point is that when he said that I was able to eat more, like, the same amount as him, which, like I said, I think he's just really worried about me. I found myself thinking, I just want to be normal. And by that, I mean, I just want to eat at your pace. I just want to eat like you eat. And it's not about, I don't know, I just want to feel like we're in sync again. Because now it's like, I have this tiny little plate and I eat the food. And then after that, I'm finished. And I just watch him eat his normal sized portions, and I feel myself wanting it, not because I'm hungry, just because I want it. It's more my brain saying you want more food instead of my stomach saying you're hungry, because I'm not. And it's difficult. It's difficult to say, shut the fuck up, brain, shut up. And I have had times where I think I've overeaten, and I paid the price. I think that's what it was. I'm hoping that's what it was, because I had horrible cramps, like, not in my stomach area, like right here at the bottom, but like right here closer to like my chest. It felt like getting cramps in your legs. That's what it felt like in my chest, and it was terrible. And I didn't want to wake up Ron. This happened at night when I was trying to go to sleep. And what do you do for that? I got up, I drank water, and I couldn't do anything. I just went back to bed. And that's when the reality of this surgery happens, because any pain that you feel, it's not like a person anymore. It's not like, oh, it's just heartburn, let me take some Pepto, or let me take some, like, Alka-Seltzer. I can't do that. So now when I feel pains, it freaks me out, because I have no idea what it is. I have no idea what it is. I don't know if I should go to the hospital or just try to see if it'll pass. And I did. I went to sleep. I don't know how I went to sleep, but I did. And in the morning, it was gone. But I told my fiance about it, and he's like super freaked out about it, and he wants me to go to the doctor, but my appointment with him is not until February. So I don't know. Maybe I might call him up and see if this is normal. I did read online that cramps like that happen sometimes when you overeat. And since I don't overeat often, I didn't know what it felt like. So I don't know. The other day, I went out with my friend, and I didn't want to order a full meal because it'll be a waste. I don't finish a full meal. So what I did is we went to Norm's, and if you've ever been to Norm's, they give you a lot of food. They give you salad, they give you soup, a dinner with like a side, and a dessert. And my friend was like, well, that's a lot of food. Do you want to share it? Sure. So I ate the soup. She ate the salad. And then I took a little chunk of her, like, I think it was meatloaf and mashed potatoes. So I took a little chunk of that onto a smaller plate. Like, very, very small. Because the soup had filled me up. But I wanted something a little bit solid. Because as you go on with the surgery, if you don't have anything solid in your stomach, you will get hungry again. So I wanted to have my soup and then have a little bit of the meatloaf and a little bit of mashed potatoes, and that's it, right? I wasn't drinking anything, but she was eating her food. I finished my food, of course, because it was only 2 tiny little chunks, and this guy on the side of that was sitting on the side of me said to me, you know, if you want to lose weight, you should eat more. He was older. And I looked at him and I said, excuse me? And he's like, if you want to lose weight, if you're trying to lose weight, you should eat more. Because starving yourself is not going to help. It's going to make you fat. I didn't know what to tell him. I mean, I don't want to sit there and explain my whole life story to him. I mean, do I have to do that? So I thanked him, you know, for his advice. And I went about my meal, which I had finished, and I pushed the plate away, and I was just sitting there, because you have to wait before you can drink, which is a whole nother story. And I was waiting for my friend to finish her food, and we were chatting it up, and the guy was not letting up. He was like, he's like, no, seriously, I'm being serious, you have to eat more. Order yourself a meal. And he's like, I used to be 250 pounds, and, you know, I've been losing it slowly, and he's very thin right now, like extremely thin, way too thin. And he's like, and I've kept it off because I eat a certain amount of food a day, and I find that if you eat more, your body is more sad. And then he was going through the whole spiel. I get it. I understand it. And I said thank you, but I was getting annoyed that he kept hounding me. And I kept saying thank you for the advice, but I'm having a conversation with my friend, you know? And he finally left, and I was very annoyed. I was very annoyed because I don't feel like I should have to explain why I'm eating too little to anyone. It's my business. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's nice that other people might care or might worry or whatever, or they feel like it's their business to get into somebody else's business. But it's like, you don't know anything about that person. You don't know if they've had surgery like me. You don't know if they had a big meal earlier that day. You don't know anything about it, so why put your 2 cents in? Yeah. I was annoyed. And at that moment, I was like, I just want to be normal. And I think I've been feeling that feeling of, I just want to be normal. I just want to be normal. But what is normal? What is normal? So I just wanted to talk about this just in case anybody else was feeling this way, or if you've come up to that wall yet where you're like, God damn it, I wish I could just eat like everyone else. And then in the back of my head, I'm like, do you really want that? Do you really want that? Because you know what comes with that. So I don't. So I'm sticking to my 5 to 6 ounces of food. And the only other thing that I've been having difficulty with now is drinking and eating. Drinking and eating. I see other people do it while they're having their meals and they'll drink, and I just want to drink too. I don't know. I guess being around other people and sharing in their experiences and sharing in those moments, you just want to feel like you're a part of it. And now with this surgery, I feel like everyone is here and I'm right here, like totally separated. And I get that that's what comes with this surgery, but I don't know. So I had to tell Ron that when he was telling me, I think you eat as much as I do now. I don't. I've been continuing picking at my food sometimes, even after I'm finished. because he's still eating, and I don't want to just sit there and stare at my phone or stare at him eat. I know. I just want to feel a part of that dinner. I don't know how to. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to anyone? But I explained it to him, and he gets it now. But I hope that this feeling of like wanting to be normal goes away, because I don't want to go back to my bad eating habits. I really don't. And if I were to gain back my weight, I would feel like a complete failure, and it would be a complete waste of money. So I'm really trying to stay focused on my goal, why I did this in the first place, and stop trying to be something that I'm not anymore, because I'm not. My stomach is not the same. My eating habits have changed, and my tolerance for certain types of foods have changed. So no, I can't be normal. Even if I wanted to, I can't. And I have to remind myself that if I go beyond that line, I will be sick and miserable for the next 2 hours. So do I really want that? Do I really want that feeling of normality? No, thank you.